Hey people, Injured here, 3v3 faction war. This is Esta Province and Space Marines versus the Imperial Guard. Blue Space Marines Heckmek with a Force Commander, very good offense, fighting melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support with buffs. This is the Blood Angels elite scheme alongside Cursecrab is an Apothecary support hero that fights in melee combat by default, begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration aura. And rounded off the team here, Katla with a Techmarine, starts off ranged combat, can also support with structures and repair, even get into some melee. This is also some Blood Angels. And Red Guard, we have a Volhrim Lord Commissar, strong offense and support, fights in melee combat, begins with a Refractor Shield. This is the Death Core of Krieg DLC. Alongside Dark Ace with an Inquisitor, offensive hero with powerful control abilities, little bit of support, begins in melee combat but can get specialized ranged weapons. Hammer of the Witches on the face of the Apothecary. Not sure why they went in so hard there, knowing they're up against the Inquisitor. This is the Armageddon Steel Legion elite scheme that's been recolored to kind of look like Death Core of Krieg. Yeah, Apothecary being shot up here and has to retreat. A little bit sloppy there from Cursecrab. Rounding off the team is Legionator with a Lord General, fights in range combat, begins with a retinue of stormtroopers, can add to this retinue throughout the game, giving him more abilities, really strong defense and support, and tying up some tactical marines there who are trying to get into melee with some poor guardsmen who do not like melee very much, but hey, they can shoot at the scouts. Kite the tactical marines, shoot the scouts. That's what you're doing early on, I suppose. Sentinel only for one player. There's some repairs. Almost got a model off those tactical marines. Meanwhile, west side, where the contested VP is, you have two dead marines. What the hell happened, Heckmek? How do you lose two marines to guardsmen? What's going on here? The Lord Commissar must have done a whole bunch of work with his sword. Sentinel now getting a decap on the natural VP. Not a good start for the Space Marines. Cursecrab was a bit too over-eager to get into combat with his Apothecary and paid for it by losing ground. Now has the customized Stormbolter, and Heckmek dropping two tactical marines on the west side. That's like 150 requisition to reinforce those fellas, I think. Building some cover, shooting some las guns, going into melee with scouts. Not a whole lot more they could have done. Maybe shouldn't have sent them in alone there. Guardsmen running away. Scouts getting the VP back. Meanwhile, Eastern Edge, scouts taking the contested power. Mastercrafted bolter in play for Katla, who's having a bit more of a better time on the eastern side, but now has a heavy weapon squad to deal with, so maybe some assault marines to jump on them. Force Commander now tying up some guardsmen, and there is the Inspire Courage execution buff on those guardsmen there, giving them double damage, but they can't retreat for a while. There we go, now they can retreat. Multi-laser turret really pumping out some DPS on the Force Commander, goes down. Hammer of the Witches on the Apothecary. Some sloppy play at the start here from the Space Marines. Can they pick it up now? They have a blob of tactical marines supported by an Apothecary. Can they punch through this line? They need to focus the Apothecary. I think these guys could have got him off the field already if they did. Guardsman running away though. Sentinel still there. Not going in for a stomp. Big old disruptive grenade launcher for these Catachans. And there's the smoke grenade for some defensive bonuses. Apothecary able to revive the Force Commander. Shouldn't have been allowed to do that there, I don't think. 408 to 498. The blob of Marines is standing firm for now. Scouts with the shotguns as well. And they do see off the Guardsmen. Oh, decent stomp. Inquisitor's still here, and there's still some guardsmen in play. It's not over yet, but I think, yeah, the Space Marines have done enough to grind their way through onto the VP there. Those Catachans were in play a little bit earlier. Might have been able to turn that engagement around completely. Techmarine eating some fire in cover is not good, because Flamers get a damage bonus to units in cover. And both of these fellas have Flamers. And they're moving very fast, which must mean, yes, we have grenade launchers. Because of course grenade launchers would make you move faster. Makes perfect sense. Apothecary, assault marines jumping in, Apothecary jumping in would have been cool. Why doesn't he get a jump back? Going after the Lord General here. Why are you shooting your flamer, fellas? That looked very strange. Gets forced off. Scouts don't have a grenade though. So I don't think anything's going to wipe. Those guys are very low. But they'll be okay. An assist here from Cursecrab. Meanwhile, west side, we have the Storm Shield and Chainsword. Or Chainsword and Storm Shield, maybe. Makes him very tanky against range damage. It's like I think there's like a passive 15 or 20% range damage reduction, which it doesn't say here. Gives him the defend ability, but I think it also gives a passive range damage reduction to the Force Commander. I'm not sure why it doesn't say that on the tooltip. Unless I'm just wrong, unless that was changed at some point, which is entirely possible. Tier 2 for Heckmek, Tier 2 also for Dark Ace. Has those Accusations, of course. These guys have power melee weapons, but they are a threat in melee if they dare to try and get in there. We have Purification Vials and Devastators. Plasma Guardsmen though out here for Volhrim, who's already in Tier 2. Didn't even notice that. How many plasma guns do we have? We have all the plasma guns. 3 per squad. Apothecary gets shot to pieces. I don't think he's going to get away. 8 a stomp and gets shot up. Devastators though, still doing their thing. Almost killed these guardsmen. That was really good play from Volhrim. Chose a very good time to get into melee there and tie up those Devastators. Helped get the Apothecary kill. 366 to 498. Lord Commissar gets a bit too close for a heavy bolter. And here comes that Force Commander. Can they push against all these plasma guns using defend? And we have a hell of a lot of Marines here. Here's a Chimera on the way now for Dark Ace. They can deal with the Devastators. Ogryns against all these tactical Marines will do a hell of a lot of work. Manticore on the way for Volhrim. It's one way to deal with Devastators. Meanwhile, west side, we have some fire. They do get one generator down and the node, it looks like, but there's a jump which will shut them down quite hard. From Katla's Assault Marines, Death Company fellas over there. Here's a Chimera. Legionator, the last to go Tier 2, looks like. Katla not too far in front, and there's a Sacred Standard from the Force Commander. With a very support-focused Force Commander right now. Whole bunch of repairs for the Sentinel here. The first Manticore strike is often vital because they don't know it's up. No super tempting targets. Maybe just go for the devs, I suppose. Let's see what these plasma guns can do. They are in heavy cover. Wow, a Sentinel missile launcher doing some work there, getting a hell of a lot of repairs. Kills one Marine. They did get their Sergeant though. Hammer of the Witches on the Force Commander. Manticore Strike wipes out the devs and the Force Commander goes down. Gets revived via a heal and does get away. I think he should have just stood back there and used defend. Trying to push into melee against all those plasma guns and an Inquisitor was kind of suicide. You kind of feel the need to get into melee with the Force Commander, but I think in that instance, just sit back and use your defend. Inquisitor has her Inferno pistol, but I can't select her. She's in the Chimera. What about you, Commissar? You have the Power Sword. Lead by example is pretty fun. A bit like Battle Cry, gives you a bunch of special attacks. 3, 4, 6 to 4, 4, 8. 1-to-1 cap. We have Heavy Bolter in the garrison, which is always fun. Node goes down. Huge amounts of pressure on this power here by Legionator. Done a good job. Goes Tier 3. Cursecrab with a Dreadnought. Maybe we'll see the Assault Cannon. Scouts being sneaky. Where's your grenade? Where's your grenade, fellas? Whirlwind shots coming in. And there's a jump as well. We do have anti-armor kit stormtroopers though, and they would make short work of a whirlwind if they can get on it. Those double heavy bolters. huge amounts of damage. The Merciless Strike completely misses, and they're going after the Whirlwind. I didn't think they'd be able to get on it right now. They're going for it. 323 to 448. Don't think they're going to quite do it, but it now needs repairs, which slows down Katla a little bit. Down goes the Inquisitor, and we do see an Assault Cannon Dreadnought like to mess up blobs of infantry pretty badly. The Sentinel goes down with double Chimeras over here. Manticore Strike, I hear. There it is. It's a decent hit. The first one hit decently anyway. There's a whole bunch of plasma guns. Yeah, focus down that Apothecary. Purification Vials going in. Not going to do a lot against the vehicle. Was trying to hit the blob of the infantry there. Uh-oh, Force Commander might go down again. It's just a lot of range damage. Oh, they're not focusing him. I think they would have got him if they did. 294 to 448. Stone Guard veterans in play with their... Oh, they're using Kraken Bolts. Not sure why. Shooting at the Commissar, maybe. Should be using Vengeance rounds if they want to shoot the Chimera. Using these Chimeras pretty well so far. Where are the Where's the anti-vehicle stuff, fellas? They've got all these Marines, no missile launchers. These guys have Vengeance rounds, I suppose. Dreadnought should be trying to get into melee with these Chimeras. 275 to 448. The Imperial Guard retain the west side. And they're doing very well on the east side, thanks to Legionator. Tier 3, in fact, all round for the Guard. It's not looking good for the Space Marines. They kind of started slowly, haven't really picked it up. Taken so long to get counters out for these Chimeras. We now see a missile launcher. Plasma Cannon on the way for Heckmek. Dreadnought doing some work there. I think getting some anti-vehicle up before this Dreadnought to deal with his Chimeras would have been a little bit better in terms of timings. Force Commander's back out onto the field, almost level 3. Apothecary is level 3, so does have the upgraded heal now. Armor of the Apothecarian is in play. Uh-oh. Almost whacked out those Tactical Marines. In fact, if that Sergeant wasn't purchased, they might have gone down there. Whirlwind has been repaired. There's that advanced healing going on. Percentage-based heal. What is it? I don't know. I think it's 1.5% per second. Maybe 2%. It's pretty good. Are you guys going to push up here? It doesn't look like it. Want to defend that power, I think, Katla. These guys using Hellfire rounds against the Chimera is not going to work out for you fellas. Get those Vengeance rounds out. They're now shooting at the Commissar, which is a better target for those Hellfire rounds. Katla kind of needs to get away. There's some support though from Cursecrab. Those guys need a heal, but I think he's already used it. He got shot to pieces there, those Marines. There's the advanced healing. Commissar gets in on the plasma cannon note. And speaking of plasma, you got so many plasma guns here. Commissar tying things up. And that's a Manticore Strike. Oh wow. Takes out the scouts, or helps to take out the scouts at least. 198 to 448. Big VP lead for the Imperial Guard, and the Space Marines just can't get it together on this west side. And there's a Leman Russ. Adeptus with their grenade launcher from miles away there. Hasn't been doing a whole lot with this assault cannon because everything just ducks into the Chimera. And then what does it do? It is level 2 though, so it obviously has killed a bunch of stuff. Been caught a couple of good barrages. More Leman Russes on the way, this time from Volhrim. They are getting a power bash over here with Flamer Tactical Marines, thanks to Katla, and some level 3 Marines, very nearly level 4. Some support from Dark Ace. Inquisitor, it's been down for a while, I think. Oh, there's the repurchase. And there is that Inferno pistol. And there's a Leman Russ. There's a lot of things for the Space Marines to worry about. And a third Leman Russ on the way for Legionator. Could have just dropped it in, has the red. Saving it for a nuke, maybe. That's a kind of shot, is a good one. Wow. Not sure how that was a rear armor hit. But there you go. And down goes the Chimera. Missile launcher getting it down. Do they repurchase the Chimera? They didn't really help them. Volhrim. Stubbornness. Vanquisher cannon on the way for the Leman Russ. Gonna make short work of that Dreadnought if it stays still. Stormtroopers capping. Some Guardsmen capping. There's a jump. But that's an autocannon in your face. Scouts, do they have shotguns? I think they do. Yeah, they do. There's a grenade. It's a good one. Kills a bunch of fellas. They do get away. Level 5 Techmarine. Killed a bunch of stuff with that mastercrafted bolter, eh? Space Marines have taken the west side, but now they need to get the natural back. And they need some las cannons up, because these guys can't get one with this advanced targeting in there. Uh-oh. This could be nasty. That could be really nasty. Wow. Took out the Stone Guard veterans, I think. Heckmek having a rough time with Manticore strikes. 154 to 427. 1-to-1 cap. Big VP lead for the Guard, and they have Leman Russes on the field. Tier 3 for Heckmek. Katla already there, and they need to try and pressure the natural VP of the Guard if they can. Some Terminators coming in for Katla. It's going to help. They can shred Stormtroopers pretty quickly with those Storm Bolters and stuff. 154 to 417. Getting a decap on the power. Now you need to flee because there's an Execution Leman Russ. And it's painful for your Marines. Meanwhile, west side, Guard are going to overrun. Yep. Oh man, they just took out some more Marines, did they? Looks like they did. Katla's Marines do get away. Level 4. Put some Kasrikin for Volhrim. No upgrade yet. But their hotshot las guns are pretty good, especially focusing down scouts pretty quickly. Gets the power back. The natural VP wasn't pressured, and here comes the Inquisitor. No, I thought she was going after the natural VP. She's just grabbing that central wreck point. Not sure what this Apothecary plans to do against the Leman Russ. Hey, double tactical Marines with missile launchers. I'm not sure why that wasn't... Oh, it's backing away. I thought that was a rearmor. Combat stims would be good here to help get kills. And the Force Commander player needs to think about using For the Emperor to help get vehicle kills as well. Lots of missile launchers, but a las cannon does wonders here because it messes up the movement of the vehicle. They are pushing through. Oh, but here comes some support now from Legionator all the way from the east side. Katla is following. The Cyclone missile launcher doesn't do a whole lot. Another missile shot goes in. They're doing a lot of damage to the tanks, but not quite finishing them off yet. Where is the melter bomb for the assault squad? Oh, it's on the way. Level 4 assault squad. They saw a Purgatus. That Inferno pistol alongside the power melee of the Catechans almost really messed up those assault marines. They retain the west side though. Very timely assist there from Legionator. Judgment is up on the Techmarine, going now for a melter gun to help deal with these vehicles. More Terminators this time from Heckmek. Cyclone missile launcher gets some shots in. Those guys should have gone into melee. I think they would have destroyed the Leman Russ there. It looked like they were going to, but then kind of stopped. Ouch! Judgment helps to kill... No, yes, does help to kill the Techmarine. The Inquisitor did die though. 104 to 399. Look at that. Scouts doing their thing. They should have been doing this a little bit more. I feel like Cursecrab getting a cap over there. Bunker going up behind the shot blocker. Because why not? That's what shot blockers are for. They need some more Cyclone missile launchers. They still don't have a las cannon. They do have a melter bomb. Power Fist Force Commander would be pretty good too. Trying to get revive here with Defender. Up they get. Apothecary goes down though. 104 to 388. Plasma Cannon gets a good shot. Missile launchers raining in on the Leman Russ. Those devs need to move up. Why are they so far back? Could have done some work with their vengeance rounds. These guys are in all sorts of trouble, trying to throw their melter bomb, and they're going to die for it. They are going to die for it, but it does get the Leman Russ down. Katla, I don't think, could see this massive line of plasma guns ready to kill them. I got orbital bombardment soon, says Katla. That's something, I guess. Heckmek also pretty close to it. Another bunker goes down. Plasma cannon doing some good work. Get some more of those, guys. 76 to 388. Space Marines running out of time here. Decent cyclone missile launcher shots. Scouts retaking their natural, killed some stormtroopers, but didn't kill them all. There they are, running away. What is this? Some tactical marines going for a cap or a bash or something, but what they meet is Melter Gun Lord General, fellas. What are they doing? Some scouts here. Should have been on the VP or something, fellas. 43 to 388. 2 to 1 cap. Space Marines running out of time. Don't quite have the blob of Space Marine death going. Look at this. Double Kasrkin with plasma guns. That is so much DPS. Techmarines here. Has that melter. Are these guys going for a cap? They might have to. Try and get a decap here under huge amounts of fire. No, suicide now. There's the orbital. Was just getting vision for the orbital, I think. And now they go for the cap. Apothecary runs straight into the orbital bombardment. Got some tactical marines pulled in with a drop pod. That is a rocket run. Is it going to kill some termies? It does. I think they teleported out right at the end there. Space Marines desperately trying to cap. What is this now? It's some more Terminators, this time from Cursecrab. Look at the amount of plasma guns, though. That is crazy. Those Marines barely getting the cap there. Holy crap. Another rocket run. What a crazy ending. 17 to 386. Executioners now everywhere. All of a sudden. This is just all of the plasma. They brought all of the plasma. It was all requisitioned for this battle. And hey, Marines don't like plasma. It checks out. Katla with a Predator tank on the way. I mean, it's just pain. What is this? Scouts getting a decap. They're not out of it yet, but they're getting close to being out of it. There's a scary amount of plasma. That's a good plasma cannon shot there. But look at this. Terminator's having to just flee. Is that a rocket run? It is, the third one. Oh man, and drags the Terminators back into plasma range. Those guys are down. There's a double cap for Space Marines though somehow. And more Terminators wiped out by plasma. Wow. I don't think I've seen this much plasma on the field for a while. Improved medical equipment for the Apothecary up. And they're going to get a Leman Russ, maybe two. Maybe two. Missile launcher shots going in. One more from the Predator tank. There he goes. They got 2 Leman Russes there. That's pretty good. There's an orbital. And it might kill those guys. It does. That's a decent orbital. Took out a couple of squads. The Predator tank goes down. Didn't last very long. But a bit too overexcited. Hey, I killed a Leman Russ. Let's drive forward. I don't remember. Lots of fire. That's a creeping barrage. That's a Manticore strike, that is. And a 2 to 1 cap. GG all round. That was a hell of a game. That was some really aggressive Imperial Guard. Tier 2 onwards, they just went, alright lads, just get all the plasma you can get. Level 6 Inquisitor. Level 8 Lord Commissar, bloody hell. Level 5 Lord General. Had a level 4 Force Commander. Wasn't really the offense powerhouse we often see, but a supporting Force Commander could do some work for you. It just wasn't used super efficiently over there. Apothecary was level 6. And a level 7 Techmarine. There you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And a big thanks to these players. And also Impregnable for putting this all together. I will see you next time.